Hi YouTube, how you doing today? Yeah, got another one for you on this whole nasty sea journey I was on. So, if you haven't seen the other video, I've left it in the comments for you. Go and have that watch on that one first, and then come back and watch this one, so you'll understand what. Sorry, just eating my ice cream and cake. You'll understand what a braxahistamine is. I don't even know if I'm pronouncing it right. Braxhistamine. Anyway, a braxhistamine is a procedure that the best thing to describe it looks like an octopus that goes into your vaginal area, clamped around this area of where the nasty C was. Obviously, this is now my experience because I had cervical nasty C, stage 2 to 3. So the braxhistamine now was a procedure after I finished chemo and radio. It was offered to me by the hospital and suggested that it would be advisable to do it based on not having any of it left, the nasty C, killing the whole area so that there's less chance of anything returning or developing. So obviously I'm down with that. So as I was mentioning, it looks like an octopus. It's a long thing with wires on it, and it goes into your vaginal area. Of course, you're out of it, so you don't know, but you see it in the x-ray. That's why I can explain it. And it's clamped around the area. You cannot move for 72 hours because the thing needs to do what it's doing. And then you are monitored 24 hours the whole time. So a nurse would come in, she does her 12-hour shift, another then they switch over. You are seriously monitored. And then after that, they take it off. Then they do another x-ray and obviously check that everything is blessed, and then you get your report, and that's it. So I would definitely suggest to people to do it. It worked for me. I'm very happy, even though it's a new procedure. And at that time, it was only like 2-3 years old when I had it. It wasn't something that was, about, well, that's what they told me anyhow. And I was convinced to do it. And I thought, you know what? I might as well, because there's no purpose for me to have gone through, the chemo for 6 weeks and then the radiology for 6 weeks to then not just go ahead and, as I called it, put the cherry on it just to make sure, everything is killed and dead. Well, yeah. So that's called a braxhistamine. And that got done in the December side of the 2020. And then I returned back home. And then, then I returned back home and rested and, just try to, accept this whole new life of what it was at that time. So I don't know, I'm trying to think, because I don't want to have to do another video, but I'm just trying to think as well, like there was something going on, like family wise, and I was right, it was my granddaughter. That's the time as well. She had her operation, and we was both in hospital at the same time. I mean, that was a lot of strain and pressure on us as a family, to be honest, but we pulled through. And her operation was very successful, and we just thank God for that as well. And so as far as personal life, not just me, but as I said, my granddaughter. And then obviously there was politics, as there is sometimes in families, things ain't right and arguments and so forth. But that's nothing to really speak on. We're speaking on the journey, because as I said, I'm going to do this whole 5 years as little short and possible for my peoples to be like, right, I get it now. Because sometimes when I'm doing a live, it's not like I don't want to answer it. It's just I don't want to speak on something, because sometimes it's still a bit painful, you know what I mean? to go so back and think, wow, man, this is what we was going through. And it's just sad because, you know, when you feel like you got people around you in your corner, it's not. It's just, sometimes it's just people just want to be around so that they can go and gossip or go and say what they don't even know the full story about. And, or obviously, if you're trusting them with one information, now they've gone and Chinese whispered it. And then by the time it gets wherever it's going and come back around, you're thinking, what? Where you get that from? And then when you find out, you're thinking, well, is that how people are? But it's all blessed, isn't it? Because like I said, karma's a bitch. So, yeah, but we're going to lead up to the whole thing. Don't worry about it. We're not just going to go and start. But so this is now 2020, all right? December. So that this is it now. Finished treatment, done the Brax hysterectomy, I've returned back home. Now it's recovery time, yeah? So the next video will be recovery.